What's up guys, David here, and the speed test you have all been waiting for is finally here. Today, it's the big boys from both Apple and Samsung going at it in the iPhone 8 Plus versus the Galaxy Note 8. Now, taking a look at the spec sheets, both of these phones are packing some serious power. The iPhone 8 Plus has Apple's all-new A11 Bionic chip, while the Galaxy Note 8 comes with a whopping 6GB of RAM. So it's gonna be an interesting one. Will the iPhone 8 Plus continue Apple's dominance in these speed tests? Or will the Note 8 pull off the upset? Let's find out. Learn all about the iPhone and how it came to be in The One Device, a book that reveals the secret history of the phone that changed the world, with exclusive interviews with some of the engineers and developers who helped build it. Listen to it for free with your 30-day Audible trial at the link below. Alright, so we'll kick things off by starting the stopwatches on each phone and then jump right into the first row of system apps, where right off the bat, the Note 8 gets the step over the iPhone, already moving on to the second row and pulling a full app ahead early on in this speed test, with the iPhone falling even further behind, loading both Facebook and Snapchat at a slower rate. But the Note 8 did seem to struggle there a bit with Photoshop, which opens the door for the iPhone to cut into its lead, with it now joining the Note in Lapsit. But it wasn't for long, as the Note 8 just ripped through Lapsit and moves on to the gaming row, with the iPhone 8 Plus hot on its heels trying to make a comeback. But the Note 8 is able to hold on to its lead, if only by a half step, with both phones now neck and neck as they work on flip diving. So let's see if the Note 8 can create some separation again here, and no, the iPhone 8 Plus actually takes the lead as both phones move ahead to fit the fat. Alright, so we'll see if the iPhone 8 Plus can add on to its newly found lead here and fit the fat. And yeah, it looks like the iPhone loaded it up at a slightly faster rate, but nothing too big as both phones move on to Bullet Force, where this time the difference is much bigger, with the iPhone leaving the Note 8 behind as it starts working on the apps in the last row, with it now actually being a full app ahead of the Note 8. However, the Note does manage to load Spotify at a faster rate, which cuts into the iPhone's lead, and it looks like it also manages to load ESPN at a faster rate, so the Note 8 is closing in quick on the iPhone late here in the first lap, with it joining it and loading both the mobile and the full versions of the Amazon website, where the iPhone finishes first with a time of 1 minute and 27 seconds, with the Note 8 coming in just 3 seconds later with a time of 1 minute and 30. Alright, so this is where it'll get interesting. Will the 6GB of RAM be enough for the Note 8 to keep all of the apps open? And can the Note 8 possibly make a comeback? The iPhone has kept all of the apps open so far without any issue, but it stutters on Subway Surfers, with the Note 8 having it open and ready to go, allowing it to take the lead late here in the second lap. So at this point, it's the Note 8's race to lose, with all it having to do is keep the rest of the apps open. And so far, so good, with it keeping the calendar, the gallery, and the camera apps all ready to go, allowing the Note 8 to finish first with a time of 2 minutes and 1 second, with the iPhone 8 Plus failing to keep the last 3 apps ready to go, causing it to finish 6 seconds later with a time of 2 minutes and 7 seconds, making the winner the Galaxy Note 8. Alright, so really interesting results, right? Like, while I'm impressed by the performance from the Galaxy Note 8, I am somewhat surprised by the performance from the iPhone 8 Plus. I was honestly expecting it to be a lot faster, especially given what we saw last year with the iPhone 7 Plus, but who knows, maybe Apple's working on a software update to help speed things up, and if they do come out with such an update, we'll be sure to do a rematch. Now, before we take a look at the individual app load up times, I want to give a big thanks to Audible for sponsoring today's video. Audible is the best way to listen to audiobooks. Like, I've been using them for years now, and pretty much anytime I'm in my car, I'm listening to a book on Audible. And some of my favorite features are things like speed control, where you can adjust how fast a book is read back to you. I personally listen to everything at 1.5x, which, some people who get in my car say it's too fast, but I love it because it lets me get through my books just so much faster. Another great feature is the ability to save clips. So if you hear an interesting fact in a book that you're reading, you can actually save that specific clip and go back to it later. Audible has a huge selection of books that you can choose from. The one I'm reading right now is The One Device, a book that uncovers the secret history of the iPhone with exclusive interviews with the engineers and the developers who actually helped build it. So if you're into tech, even if you're not an iPhone fan, it's definitely a book that I'd recommend checking out. And the best part is you can listen to it or any other book that you want for free with your 30-day trial at audible.com/phonebuff or by clicking on that link down below in the description. So check it out. Alright, here are the individual app load-up times from the first lap, where the Note 8s beat the iPhone 8 Plus in pretty much all the lightweight apps, but where the iPhone got the edge in the more heavy-duty apps. Obviously, the iPhone stumbled in the second lap, making the Note 8 the faster phone overall. Anyways, that is it for me in this video. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the very next episode.